Sawadee krab.
Kunzabali mai.
Yes, guys, it's Dan McGowan here, two-time world champion.
Lewis Taylor, head coach of Muangthai Gym.
And this is the Fight Business YouTube channel. And this is a new series called Fight Watch, where we'll be watching and analysing loads of the biggest Muay Thai fights and sometimes kickboxing fights. And just analysing them, seeing where people went wrong, right. And yeah, hopefully you enjoy it. Today is episode number 3. We are going to be analysing Nico Carillo versus Muangthai on One Championship. So I think there's one big factor with Nico. I mean, I don't want to say pure size because he's obviously very skillful and explosive.
He's got great size, but he uses his size with his explosiveness.
But I think the one question everyone has been kind of asking is, how on earth is he at a bantamweight? Like, it's just abnormal.
Yeah, it's crazy. Like, from my understanding, he'd struggled to make the weight over here, let alone in one with the rehydration.
Yeah, like that. I think that's the thing that's more crazy about it.
If you can do it, you can do it.
Yeah, one obviously have the rehydration clause, but I don't know how long he's going to be able to make this weight. But if he carries on able to make this weight and be such a specimen for that weight, I think he's going to be a proper handful for a lot of I think for most of them, to be honest. I think he's going to be a real handful for everyone, and he's got a massive chance.
Especially them little gloves.
Yeah, I think he's got a massive chance of getting one championship gold if he does carry on making that weight. Before we start the fight as well, like he's a very, I mean, we know him because obviously we're from the UK, so we know of him and probably followed his journey a lot more than some people.
He's very fresh in one.
Yeah, he's quite.
His second fight?
Yeah.
Because he fought the Turkish boy.
Yeah. So this is his second fight. He'd come off a wins against Seksan, the Turkish fight. I forgot his name now. And so Seksan wasn't in one; it was in Ireland. He schooled Seksan, but again, he's just a specimen. Like, he's so big and strong for that weight. So then he fought the Turkish. Had a real close fight with the Turkish lad, and it was very like 50-50.
He got him in that third round.
Yeah. Then he clocked him in the third round because I think that's the one thing with Nico. He's got mad power. Like,
he had mad power with normal gloves on it, no little gloves.
Yeah, he's got big power in his shots. Usually his punches, but he's also got real solid kicks and stuff, and pretty strong in the clinch as well when he grabs hold of people. So this was an interesting one because obviously he's stepped up to fight Muangthai. Muangthai's obviously known in the stadiums, like the stadium champion, multiple time, the elbow zombie. So I was interested to see because I think one flaw that maybe I can see in Nico's game is sometimes, because he's so powerful and he likes to like hit with big punches, felt sometimes he does leave himself open a little bit.
When this fight first got announced though, I did think Muangthai is very hittable.
Yeah.
Especially with punches.
Well, that was my first thought, to be fair.
It's very hittable.
But then I thought if he lunges in with a big right and leaves himself open, Muangthai is a massive elbower. So I was kind of like, I wasn't 50-50, I thought Nico was going to probably KO him, but I thought it would have been a hard night.
I didn't think it'd be as one-sided as this. I thought maybe earlier on, back and forth, and then Nico would just take over. But
yeah, but it was a whitewash in the end. It was we'll start playing it, but yeah, it was too easy in the end for him.
One thing I noticed straight away is that that's just brutal. So straight away, Nico's catching the kick. And I remember thinking he has no respect for that kicking power.
Nico's catching the kick a lot. He caught the kick straight away.
Straight away, and I think he just literally turned him to the side and elbowed him.
Yeah.
Like, he just doesn't respect Muangthai's power at all. Yeah. Turned him, punch, and then gets him in that corner. So I tell you what, that was smart. I have to admit, that was very, very smart. So if we go back to that bit. So ready, catch his leg here like I just said, right? And now watch what he does with it. He keeps hold of it and does a full 360 spin, sticks him in the corner and fucking elbows him.
And I think because Nico's height, he had a little
he
height
comes
advantage.
straight over the top.
Straight over the top onto Muangthai's chin.
Even if you've got a high guy like that, if you're hitting here as well, it hurts. You ain't...
I don't know if you ever, it actually reminded me of, I don't know if you ever watched Pet Boonchu versus Greg Wood.
Yeah, against the ropes.
Very similar.
Very similar.
Like where he elbowed him over the top of the rope.
Springboarded him and just brutal. To be fair, Muangthai, from what I remember, doesn't really recover much from this.
Nah, he was gone when he. And again, I think we've spoke about.
See, Nico's using his size and just stick him in there.
See, like there, for instance, like if we go back to that part, that was just Nico just being aggressive and just, like you said, like bullying him down to the ground. He didn't even really do. He just kind of pushed him on the floor. Like that's how strong he is, obviously at the weight.
I think this. See that caught the kick again. I mean, the ref's in the way, catching the kick, and again, from what I remember, he springboards this and just uses it to his advantage.
Bang, bang.
Yeah, look, it just gets him there.
Yeah, he's caught the kick again.
It's mad when you think about it, because Muangthai, dropped Harrison twice?
Yeah, he dropped. Yeah, it was like one of the fights. Well, it was a crazy fight, wasn't it? Yeah. That was how many knockdowns was there? Five knockdowns in like a minute and a half.
I don't know what Muangthai's doing with that axe kick though.
Yeah, but
he just pushed them all over the place. It was like
it was so one-sided. I couldn't believe how.
If you didn't know who them two guys were, you'd have gone, that was a massive mismatch.
Yeah, like it was like that last knockdown. It's just literally bulldozing him for like.
He just hit him and pushed him, and then.
Yes.
To be fair, that's a good call from Chris.
Yeah.
Chris the ref, by the way, guys. Chris, love you.
Boom.
Yeah, he's just. In Muangthai, I was like, what the fuck is this?
I think Muangthai at this point is just thinking, I don't want to be here. Like, why would you want?
He's looking at Chatchery like, you set me up, mate.
Even that last one, he's just gone.
Yeah. To be honest, you'd look like that. Yeah. I want to say, like, again, if you didn't know them guys, you'd have thought Nico just fought a taxi driver.
Yeah. It's crazy, isn't it? Like, he made Muangthai look average. And,
it made him look so average.
And I think...
I mean, look at that.
It's a lot of power in that shot. And I think we're going to get a lot more... I think it's going to happen a lot more...
Nico is on so much momentum at the moment. It's just going to be more like this, I think. Until he fights someone that takes your shot and stops that aggression, I think they'll be pretty much like this every time.
Like I said before we started playing the clip, there is like one thing, because he's so powerful, I thought sometimes he lunges into big shots, and I noticed he sometimes left himself a bit open, got clocked sometimes, but... If
you don't respect your opponent's power...
I mean, he didn't... to be honest, he was pretty calculated in this as well. He got the job done.
So it's very, like, as much as aggressive he was, like, it was very smart of it. Catch the kick, push on the ropes, come over the top of the elbows.
I think the thing is, when you do beat these high-level lads, I think, like, we talk about, obviously, how big he is for his weight, but you can't just win by pure size. You have to have a bit of brain behind you.
I've trained with Muangthai. I'm not very big, but he's not much bigger than me.
No, is he? Yeah, I've never met him in person, actually. But, yeah, again, like I said, I think he's going to be he's a hard fight for anyone at that weight division. I
mean, yeah, that's the bantamweight Thai boxing. So that's what Haggerty #1, Lobo #2. You got Nongo #2, Lobo's #3. I mean, you got like Samapech, Liam.
I would like to see him fight. I think we all know who his next fight is, but I would like to see him fight Samapech. I think that'd be a great fight.
You know what? What weight is Seksan in one? Is he flyweight or is he bantam?
I think he always fights at catch weights.
Yeah, he does, doesn't he?
So
well, look, I would like to see, because Seksan, I would like to see him versus Seksan in them little gloves, because Seksan looks like he's just unstoppable at the moment. And you know what? He's already beaten him in Ireland and traditional Thai boxing. Ever since, it looks like Seksan's got a new lease of life in these little gloves. And you know what? I would like to see that rematch personally, but.
Yeah, I would like to see I think Samapech, that's a great fight.
That's a better fight for like the rankings and.
Yeah, but I think like I said, I think he can fight anyone at bantamweight. I think he'll give him a hard night, and I wouldn't be surprised if he becomes champion in that weight division in bantamweight. To be fair,
him versus Haggerty is a big fight.
Well, I was going to say as well. Like that kind of leads on. Like I was thinking about a UK One Championship card. Who would you have on? So like that, you've got Nico in the mix. Nico versus Haggerty. If Nico comes for his next fight,
I'd say it'd be great. Let's just say Nico wins his next, Haggerty wins his next. They headline, then you do Harrison versus Nongo again. You can always do that, because everyone thinks that was a bit, he hurt his leg early.
Yeah, that's true actually. Or get Harrison versus Seksan.
Oh yeah. Do that. Yeah,
like,
do that. That'd be great. No, that'd be great.
That's a shout as well. It's a weird one, because obviously I seen a comment that Harrison put up not long ago saying that he's not really interested in fighting these young lads anymore. Like, let them fight out for the title. I think Liam's 38 now.
Yeah, he wants the big fights, the big.
He wants a big, exciting fight.
Fights.
Yeah, like he's fought everyone.
I think he wants to fight like them big legacy guys he's not fought before. So the Sexans.
Yeah, before he actually put that out, and I completely understand where he's coming from with that. I thought, what a massive fight him and Haggy would have been.
Yeah.
Especially now that Haggy's done what he's done in the bantamweight division. But I think this has come out of nowhere. Nico.
You know what? I think that fight would have happened if, you know, when Harrison had that fight with Muangthai.
Yeah.
Let's just say straight after that, Haggerty knocked out Nongo.
Yeah, and then because Liam had didn't have the knee surgery at that point, and I think but there's some massive fights and it's mad. Like the UK are kind of smashing it. You got Nico, I think signed fighters because obviously the one Friday fights and
you got Nathan, you got Bendon in there. Krogley hopefully makes his.
Actually, that's a shout. Why hasn't Coakley been signed? Like so, because him and Coakley, Nico and Coakley were always talked about fighting anyway.
Yeah.
That would because I think Coakley's in them little.
In little guys, it's great.
He looked wicked in the tournament. I think him and Nico would be a great fight.
Nico won't take it. He doesn't have to. He'd have to have like.
I think it's a shame on Chris though because, sorry, not Chris. Craig, because he won the tournament.
He won. He beat.
But he hasn't got a contract, and these guys are now going up the ranks. So yeah, Nico probably doesn't want to fight Craig now because what's the point? He wants to go up the ladder.
Yeah.
But it's actually due to no fault of Craig's. Do you know what I mean? He's just been held back. So it's a bit weird how he hasn't had a fight yet when he did win that tournament on the road to one. So,
but if he could jump in the mix as well.
I'd like to see him because I was really impressed with how he fought Bendon in the final of that tournament.
He fought Natty Dodds as well.
Natty Dodds.
Stopped him. He looked great now. Tournament.
So there's some really interesting fights like from the UK and Ireland, and looking forward.
Be interesting to see where Nico goes from here.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to Nico's next fight. I think, like I said, we kind of all know who the next fight is. It hasn't been announced yet, but it's a massive fight for him. I think it's a hard fight for his opponent, but
it's also. I think it's also a good test to see. Right, Nico, are you at this?
Yeah,
are you in this top 5?
That's it. Yeah,
stay?
Because I mean, you can't write off both of them. So looking forward to seeing him fight again, and looking forward to seeing his journey and seeing where he actually takes it. And I'm actually really interested to see if he stays at bantamweight for too much longer or not.
Because you know what, if he goes up, him first trying to try is a great fight.
Yeah, he's got a lot of options there. So but hopefully you enjoyed that. We'll be back for episode 4 soon. Thank you guys.